Hey guys, how's it going? So later this year, the next generation consoles will be released for both PlayStation and Xbox, and this is my top 5 wish list. Coming at number 5 is the one that's confirmed, Mass Effect 4. I'm really excited for this video game. I'm a huge fan of the Mass Effect trilogy, and the thing I love about Mass Effect more than the character-driven story is the fact that the supporting characters play a big role into the story itself and how much they mean to the player as the game goes along. I've never felt strongly about, supporting characters in other video games as much as I did in the Mass Effect video game trilogy. Especially in that second video game, Mass Effect 2, we gotta gain their loyalties in order to have a more successful suicide mission. I love that aspect about how you develop with the other characters in the game. So it's not just simply about the main character, it's also about how the other characters develop. Coming in at number 4, I'd like to see a video game adaptation of the comic book character Judge Dredd. I saw the last movie and I just like, you know what? We gotta have a video game of it. To put yourself in his boots and put on that helmet and to go into Mega City 1 and just bring order to the chaos, being a judge, being an executioner, doing what you gotta do in order to keep people in line. I just think it would be really cool to see that in a video game fashion. Coming in at number 3 is Uncharted 4. Naughty Dog has always done well in storytelling. I'm a huge fan of the character Nathan Drake. I'm a bit of a history buff as well, so I loved seeing how they mix history with this essential character and mixing it up and to make it relevant into the story. Coming in at number 2, I'd like to see a new kind of first-person shooter. Video game franchises like Battlefield and Call of Duty, they do great work at first-person shooters, but and they do tell good stories, but as for a character development, it really does nothing in the way of developing characters. You have the characters that talk to you and like your squad mates, but really they just help move the story along, and essentially you feel like a blank slate from beginning to end. I would like to see the first-person shooter, the person you are, developing as a character and being able to interact more with your these supporting characters. And so by the end of the video game, the character has developed from just maybe a private to a sergeant, where he's more worn-torn, and that he you can just see what it's like to go through a war zone, and you come in one side being this nobody and coming out almost completely different person. And coming at number 1 on my wish list is a Star Trek video game. Now I'm not talking about Star Trek based off the movies or based off the TV shows or even based off Star Trek Online. These are all cool and all, but I would like to see a video game where you have got your first command, you're sitting in the captain's chair, and Starfleet tells you to go on a mission, and when you go on this mission, things just start happening. You take control of your own ship, and you interact with the crew, and as the video game goes along, you're doing the main mission, you're developing relationships with your crewmates, but also to walk around the ship and just to kind of explore places like main engineering, stellar cartography, sickbay, using the teleporter to go down onto planets and get resources or make first contact missions. Just to have your own little Star Trek in the Star Trek universe. But I want to know, what is on your top 5 wish list for video games you want to see in the next generation consoles?